back to Olfactofiles. I'm Tara, and today I have a lot of stuff in front of me to show you that I'm getting rid of. I've been asked recently to update my collection videos. I haven't done one in over a year now, and kind of thinking about that and just in general some other things that have come across my mind, I've decided to do another pretty thorough and cutthroat declutter. I think I had a little over 160 in terms of the bottles, but I also went through and decluttered like travel sprays and decants as well. And now I'm closer to 130. But I mean, I guess the number doesn't really matter. But idealistically, eventually I could get down to maybe 100. I'm not sure. That's going to be a little bit of a struggle for me, but we'll give it a try. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to talk about perfumers or even really notes. I'm mostly just going to show you what I'm letting go of and maybe briefly tell you why, but maybe not necessarily in all cases, because for the most part, if I still had it at this point, I probably liked it. And so it's not necessarily that I think it smells bad, it's something else. Okay, so first up, let's run through like the travel sprays and decants and things like that, because that'll be really fast. I do have a discovery set that I just did my live on, the Le Bon Gerbois, that I'm letting go of. I tried everything in the live stream. I can link that for you if you didn't check it out, but nothing really impressed me that much. Even the one that I liked when I actually sprayed it on my skin later, it's just kind of like meh. So I'll pass that on. Maybe somebody else will find something in there that they enjoy. Side note, the number of people who messaged me that said that they misread this as lesbians was hilarious. So anyway, it's Le Bon Gerbois. And let's see, next up I have Masque Milano Russian Tea. I got this travel spray because I wore this as my scent of the day that I ended up winning Teacher of the Year. But I don't know, I just haven't worn it since. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to let it be that day. So that one's going. This barely has any in it, but I had a former student who's graduated who mentioned she really liked it when I had it on one time. So I'm just going to give this to her. It's Ellis Brooklyn Sweet. Let's see. I have this one from Perfume Roma. This is a pretty big travel spray. It's probably 15 mils. And this is Dulcis in Fundo. I just don't wear it. I was influenced to buy that, and yeah, I don't wear it. Burberry Brit for her. I still kind of like, but it also smells a little bit dated to me. So that's gonna go. Let's see. These two are kind of tough. I just don't wear them though. Diptyque, Tam Dao, and Eau d'Oeil. I talked about these recently. I really like these fragrances, but I reach for other sandalwood and vanilla fragrances instead of those. This one is from Nay, or is it Nez? Nay, I think it's the company, the publishing company that does the magazine and stuff. And I do get their magazines pretty often, not every time. But this is one of the fragrances they came out with. It's called Ambre Alèvres. I don't know. Alèvres? I can't say this. Lèvres? I don't know. I have no idea what this is called, but it's an amber fragrance and it's nice, but I think I wore it once and then just didn't care about it enough. Musk 12 from Kayali. Again, nice musk scent, but not enough. Essential Parfums Divine Vanille and Fig Infusion, which is a Natalie Lursen creation, but just don't reach for it. MFK's Grand Soir. I've never liked this fragrance and I don't know why I have it. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. Musc Ravageur from Frederic Malle is going. Let's see. Living Colors from the House of Oud is going. So I have a decant of Tom Ford Oud Wood. This I do kind of like, but I'm sort of over it. However, I do get a lot of compliments from ladies when I wear this. So that's something there. I have Zara's Fashionably London, a decant of that. I actually just poured the travel spray in here because it was like was it a rollerball? It must have been a rollerball because I don't do that. Killian's Love. This is an old little travel spray of that. Love Don't Be Shy. Smells like Fruity Pebbles. I don't need to smell like Fruity Pebbles. Let's see here. And then I've said a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Essential Molecules, Molecule 01, just don't really care. And Kayali's Love Fest Burning Cherry 48. This is the one I tested recently, and I thought it was like pleasant enough, but certainly not something I'm going to hang on to. So in terms of decants, travel sprays, etc., all that's going, and then I can focus on actually testing the ones that I still have, or like just using up the ones that I still have, because the ones I kept are ones that, you know, maybe I'm considering adding to my collection eventually if they're ones I've already tried, but also I have a bunch of samples and decants that I still really need to test out. Okay, moving on to the bottles. There's a lot here, so we're gonna, again, move as quickly as possible. First up, I'm getting rid of an iris scent, and this is hard because I like this, but as you might know, I have more iris fragrances than anyone needs, and I just got a new one. I got Iris de Syracuse from Boucheron. So I'm letting go of Molecule 01 plus Iris that I really actually like. But that's going. Okay, so anyway, that's the first bottle that I'm going to say goodbye to. I mean, like I said, if I still have it in my collection at this point, I like it. So none of these are things I dislike, some of them I don't like as much as I used to, I will say that. But a lot of these I still like quite a bit, but I just don't reach for. So Sunday Brunch from Kieran NYC is a nice sort of citrusy tea fragrance, but I didn't wear this at all this summer, and that's the only time I would wear it. Thé Noir, another tea fragrance. I don't wear a lot of tea fragrances, and the ones that I have left, I just prefer to these. I have one from Guerlain, the Neroli Outre Noir, however you say that. That's a tea fragrance, even though it has neroli as the main note in the name. And then I have one from Jo Malone, actually two from Jo Malone that I like. I feel like there's another one. But anyway, Thé Noir's going. Ooh, I have one from Tom Ford. I know, it's hard to believe. And it's actually hard to believe because this one used to be like super sexy to me, and I've just kind of fallen out of love with it. I mean, it's still nice, but it's Santal Blush. This bottle is gorgeous, by the way. I love that one. Oh, well. Another really pretty bottle here is from Erin. This is Amber Musk. And this scent and the other one that I'm getting rid of from Erin, which is Tangier Vanille d'Or, I like them both quite a bit, and I've had them both for years. But, I mean, you can see how little's used up. Like, I've probably worn each a handful of times, maybe, in the years that I've had them. Let's see here. A Jo Malone, just one that I'm getting rid of, is Scarlet Poppy Intense. This one is nice, but again, I just reached for a lot of other things instead of this one, and I would say out of all my, I mean, it's the only Jo Malone I'm decluttering, so out of all my Jo Malones, this was my least favorite. I also like this one a lot in the winter, but I have other things I reach for. This is Masai Mara from Bordeaux. This is a really great fragrance for especially the price point, because this line isn't crazy expensive. I want to say, I don't know anymore, but like it used to be $88 a bottle, I think. And then they have the one with the elephants. That's a tea fragrance. It's really nice too. Assam of India, that one's called. But this one is like a nice kind of spicy wintry fragrance. Let's see. Oh God, it's about time I get rid of this one. I don't know why I kept it. I think it's because occasionally I smell it and I'm like, it's like a guilty pleasure kind of overly disgustingly sweet thing, but I can't actually wear it anymore because it is too sweet. It's Fancy from Jessica Simpson. This is like a caramely, sort of like a caramelized pear fragrance almost, or something like that. Some sort of fruity caramelized thing, but it's so sweet. I don't even know what to do with this, to be honest. Occasionally, like some of my inexpensive fragrances that I declutter and I don't really know who'd want it, I just take to school and I put it in the ladies' room. And then I'm like, okay, somebody use it up, please. But then I actually get a lot of joy when I walk into the bathroom and I can smell that one of them has been sprayed. I'm like, nice, somebody's using it. Anyway, Atelier Cologne's Pacific Lime is this one here. I don't know if they came back to the US or not, but they definitely pulled out of the US for a bit. I like this one, but the other two that I have, I far prefer the Pomelo Paradis and I have Orange Sanguine is the other one that I have, and those both are just like super juicy and delicious. One from Armani from the Privé collection. This is Vetiver d'Iver, or it used to be called Vetiver Babylon, I think. This is a really pretty, very light, citrusy, fresh vetiver. Oh, I kind of love it. I should not smell these because I've already made my decision, but this is really pretty. It doesn't last very long, but this is a beautiful fragrance. It does kind of remind me of L'Odiver from, you know, insert name here, Frederic Malle. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Not like a ton, but just, I don't know, the way it wears is kind of similar. It is pretty. Just gonna set that one to the side for a minute. Maybe I won't get rid of it. I think I will though. From Ormond Jane, Vanita Iris. I think somebody actually mentioned last time I talked about this that they would take this if I ever got rid of it. So if you're out there, I don't remember who you were, but I am gonna get rid of it now. I do like it though. It's a nice scent. So the only Ormond Jane I have left in my collection is Ormond Woman, but I love that. That's not going anywhere. I'm also getting rid of a Serge Lutens. This is Santal Majuscule, another sandalwood fragrance. I think I've just maybe fallen out of love with predominantly like sandalwood forward fragrances. Although I do prefer this one, maybe, I think so, over Santal Blush, but they're both nice. I just don't reach for them at all. All right, one from Maison Violet. This is Cycle 001. So this one, they only made 1,000 bottles of, and it's completely gone now. But if you own it, you can get refills. So I would assume if I gave my email that I bought this with to the person who takes this from me, they could get a refill if they wanted. But anyway, this is like an ambrette. Yeah, kind of like an ambrette sort of fragrance. It reminds me a little bit of the Théo Cabanel Ooh La La, and I think it's actually the same perfumer as well. So I do like it, but I just don't wear it. Here's another vetiver fragrance that I'm letting go of. This is from Chantecaille, and it's just called Vetiver. This is a really pretty vetiver, a little bit more woody. So this one is more, the Armani is more like light and airy and citrusy vetiver, and this one is a bit more woody. However, I have a few other vetiver fragrances that I still prefer over this one, even though this bottle is really pretty. I have, this one I've had for a while and I've used quite a bit, but I'm just kind of over it. It's Gris Dior, beautiful rose fragrance. It is lovely. It is lovely. Again, it's one that like when I smell, I'm like, do you really want to get rid of that, Tara? But I just don't reach for it. Okay, I don't wear it. Bronze Tonka. I almost decluttered this, like what was that, a year and a half ago? I think I actually put it in a declutter video and then I changed my mind. And I should have gotten rid of it then because I don't think I've worn it since then. But every time I do that, I'm like, it's pretty good. Hillary really liked this when she smelled it, I remember, from the Burrow. I'll link her channel if I remember. But she really liked that one and it is nice. But I should have just let it go the first time I thought I was going to get rid of it. Another Iris fragrance from Gucci, Tears of Iris. This will mean that I no longer own any Gucci fragrances. This is the last Gucci fragrance that I had left in my collection. I've never really been that into Gucci fragrances anyway, at least not from the women's line. And I mean, I did like Gucci Rush back in the day. And maybe a couple others, but not anything that's like more recent. I do like this one a lot. It's very pretty, but it's similar to some other irises I have. And again, I have a billion iris fragrances. So that's gonna go. An Atelier des Ors. This is Rouge Charret. This is a date sort of fragrance, like not date night, like the fruit dates. This one is just gotten a little bit sweet for me, a little too much. It is really nice though, kind of fruity, maybe even slightly fruity boozy sort of. And if you are looking for a good date, as in the fruit fragrance, although you could wear this on a date night if you wanted to, Rouge Charret is really nice. I don't know, it's just gotten a bit sweet on my skin. I'm getting rid of 2 of my 3 Parfum de Marly's, so I only will have Delina Exclusif left, and I don't foresee getting rid of that. I still wear that fairly often. I mean, like a few times a year at least. But I have Herod here. I just talked about this in my tobacco video. It was in my top 10, but I think I put it at number 10. So obviously I have quite a few other tobacco fragrances I prefer over this. This again has gotten maybe a touch sweet for me. And then this is a case of one I should have let go of years ago. Meliora, no, not Meliora, Jesus, Cassili, however you say it. The bottle's really pretty, and I think that convinces me to keep it every time. But I can't remember the last time I wore this. It was probably 2 years ago. So that's gotta go. I'm trying to get to like the stuff that I have more of, like from the house to let go of. So let's do a couple more singles here. I have one for Molten Brown. This is Bizarre Brandy. I think this is discontinued, but it is a nice sort of wintertime, again, sort of maybe spicy, boozy, a little bit, slightly sweet fragrance. This is the last Penhaligon's fragrance I had in my collection, and I do like it. It's nice for the warmer weather. It's called Juniper Sling. Kind of reminds you of like a gin and tonic sort of thing. Again, I should not smell these because some of them I smell and I'm like, that smells really good. It does kind of make me sad that I won't have a Penhaligon's now, but that seems dumb. Like I don't know, I shouldn't care about that, but I do. Maybe I'll just get Changing Constants again and add it back to my collection because I do love that one. But yeah, so Juniper Sling's going. These are hard to let go of because they're beautiful bottles and they don't make these bottles anymore. Actually, I don't even know if they make either of these fragrances anymore, but if they do, they come in the new design. These are from Lancome's like Privé line or Maison Lancome line. I have the Figs and Agrumes, and then Iris or Iridrage is how you say that one. Yeah, I love these bottle designs. They're so pretty, but I haven't worn either of these in, again, probably 2 years. So those are gonna go. To Xerjoff. I'm not getting rid of any of mine from the Casa Moratti line because I really love the ones I have from that line, but I am getting rid of both the others. No, it's not. I still have Ibatira that's from like the regular Xerjoff line, but I'm getting rid of 2 Xerjoff fragrances. This one is Iris, so another Iris fragrance. This one's a little bit more like of a carrot seedy kind of iris. It is really pretty, also really expensive. And I don't know, I bought it maybe a year ago and probably wore it twice. So I do like it, but I prefer Ibatira for their Iris fragrances. And so I'm keeping that one and letting go of Iris. And then this one I used to really love. It's 40 Knots. But lately when I've smelled it, I just don't enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I just don't like this fragrance anymore. I don't like dislike it, but I remember I used to smell it and be like, oh, that's really nice. And now I smell it and I'm just kind of like, yeah. So that's gonna go. All right, now I just have 2 more houses left. And the first one I have 3 from, and it's a house that I do really enjoy. So let's start with this one. This is from Thierry Mugler, and this is the Angel a la Rose. These are long discontinued. This is a vintage bottle. The reason why I'm letting go of this is because this really does to me smell like the precursor to Angel Muse, and I do have Angel Muse Eau de Toilette, and when I smell them side by side, I slightly prefer the Angel Muse Eau de Toilette, not the Eau de Parfum, but the Eau de Toilette I slightly prefer. This one is a little bit more true to Angel in terms of like you really get that the essence of Angel in here with like lighter touches of rose, whereas the Angel Muse has a few other little sort of like, it has like a rose sort of vibe to it, but then like something a little bit, I don't know, maybe like more fruity sweet. It just deviates a little bit more from Angel in my opinion, but they are quite similar. And I honestly do think this was probably almost an inspiration for Angel Muse because of the way it smells. It's like they went from Angel to a la Rose to Muse. So that's going. And then this is gonna shock people. This shocks me because this bottle's freaking gorgeous. Oh, why, Tara? I'm gonna let go of this bottle of Alien that is freaking beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna let it go. Because I have Alien Taste of Fragrance and Alien Liqueur de Parfum. And I always wear those before I wear just the regular Alien. This is also like, I think this bottle came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, I think. And so this is one of the newer formulations after they went from Thierry Mugler to just Mugler. And it does not have quite the same oomph behind it as the original Alien did. Whereas those 2 like limited edition discontinued ones are that original formula and came from before the brand was sold. And so that's what I always reach for when I want to smell like alien. Gosh, I keep wanting to say angel. When I want to smell like alien, I reach for those. So I'm going to get rid of just my regular alien. Also, I picked this up recently from Ulta. This is the Alien Goddess Intense, and I do like this, but again, it's kind of the same thing. This is, I would say, more summer appropriate for sure than the other two that I have. But honestly, I don't really want to smell like alien in the summer anyway. But this is pretty, I will say that. And I love alien. Like I enjoy both of these scents a lot, but I just don't need 4 very similar smelling versions of alien. All right, last house I'm letting go of, or last set of fragrances from whatever. What is wrong with my brain? Here's the last house that I'm letting go of some fragrances from, and I'm letting go of 5 Chanel fragrances. What? I know. Shockingly, this is still the second most represented house in my collection because I have a lot of Chanel fragrances. The only house that I have more fragrances from than Chanel is, of course, Guerlain. So first up, Allure Eau de Toilette. I'm still wanting to try the Eau de Parfum, but I cannot find it anywhere near me to actually sample it in store somewhere. Maybe I'll just try to buy a Decant at some point. But I think I would prefer the Eau de Parfum. I do like this quite a bit. And although nobody really ever says this, it does sort of, to me, remind me a little bit of Samsara. Just a little bit. So I do like it, but I don't reach for it a ton. And like I said, I think I would prefer the Eau de Parfum just based on what I've heard about it. This is kind of funny for me to let go of it, but I'm just sick of it. This is the #1 de Chanel Le Rouge, whatever it's called. And it's almost gone. I don't know if you can see that. It's nearly gone. And I was trying so long to use this up like I was using up a lot of other bottles over the summer. And I don't know, I just sprayed it on like a week or 2 ago and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I don't want to wear this. And I would just do it like at night, but still I was like, I'd rather wear something else at night. Like I just don't want to wear it anymore. So that's a very low partial that I'm just gonna get rid of instead of finishing it because I don't want to. And then, I don't know why I bought this. I don't like Coco Mademoiselle. I'm sorry guys. I don't hate it. I kind of don't hate it. But I just don't like it. So I'm getting rid of the L'Eau Privée. I do prefer the L'Eau Privée and what was the other one that I liked? Oh, just the Eau de Toilette. I prefer those over any other version of Coco Mademoiselle, but still, this was one that I was also like wearing to bed for a while. And I was just kind of like, why am I wasting my valuable skin on something that I don't love? So that's gonna go. Coco Noir is one that I do like, and it's my favorite from the Coco line, but it's still not a love for me, and I rarely reach for it. That bottle is so beautiful though, my goodness. So that's gonna go as well. And then the last one I pulled to let go of is one that is just, you know, has been kind of an easy reach for me, and I have worn it off and on, but honestly, if I'm gonna go for a Chanel light wearing sort of florally easy reach, I'm going to go for Paris Venice. I love that scent, and it's really honestly not that much more expensive at all considering how big the bottle is than this one, and this is Chance Au Tendre Eau de Parfum. I prefer the Eau de Parfum over the Eau de Toilette in this case, and the Chance Au Tendre is the only one from this line that I've ever liked enough to keep for an extended period of time. I have, I think, purchased just about all of them using my Ulta points, and I got rid of all of them. And now I'm getting rid of this one too. It is pretty though. So that's it. That's everything I'm letting go of. I tried to get through this as fast as I possibly could, but I have a feeling this video is still gonna be long. Anyway, like I said, I think this brings me down closer to 130 bottles. And also, I just feel good about doing this before I film my collection video, because otherwise I would have filmed that and then done a declutter right after, and my collection been quite different from what was in the video. So I'm doing this now. I will next week during my fall break film more than one video because I still have a lot of fragrances to get through, but I'll film my, you know, collection series to talk about everything that I still have. And hopefully you will join me for that. Let me know if you've decluttered anything lately, or if you've kind of had the itch to declutter like I have. Let me know if you think I can actually get down to 100 bottles eventually. Probably not. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave me a comment. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.